Hey guys, what's up? It's iJevin. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to another episode of Superflat. Hope you guys are all doing good. I know I'm doing fantastic. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Let's do this thing. So last episode we did a ton of crafting, and that was all right. It was sort of fun. We got a sweet fun jetpack we can play with now that I apparently didn't turn on. Anyway, so Superflat is back with another episode. What the fuck? Dark wood leaves pillars. Yeah, totally. I totally meant to have those change and never... I don't even know what a darkwood wood is. What the hell is darkwood? Darkwood leaves. It's a nether tree. How the hell did I get a nether tree? Right. Okay then. Yeah, totally. That makes complete sense. I don't see why it wouldn't. So I do want to start this episode off with a tiny bit of crafting, but it's just so we can test something because first off we need iron. Let me go ahead and craft some shears. I'm going to make a harvester because I want to see if it's going to do what I want it to. I have this idea for a farm. And I don't want to use actual farm. I want to use a harvester for it, but I'm just not sure if it's actually going to work or not. We need a gold axe and machine blocks, so we're going to need stone. Cobble. Can I get like just regular stone? Why is it doing that for? What if I put that in the middle? that is not helping me. There we go. Let's grab a couple of those, and we're going to need some gold. Gold. Uno, dos, tres, and we're going to need some sticks. How should we power this thing? Maybe we'll just throw a generator on it or something just to see if it's going to work. So what I want to try is I want to see if this thing is going to harvest facing a certain direction, because I don't want it sticking out. I don't like that. I don't want that sticking out at all. I want it underground. I want it to be hidden, and I want our stuff to be harvested naturally. There we go. All right, let me grab one of you. And we're going to need some fuelsies. Get a little bit of that. And we're going to need to plant something. We should probably get a couple pieces of dirt as well. So like I said, I want to try to make this thing run from probably the side. Did I ever get a hoe? Never waste diamonds on a hoe. Hoe. Okay, never made a hoe. Do I have a hoe in here? Hey, no hoe. Wow, I'm just like failing. There's nothing. Alright, let me grab some iron. We gotta craft a hoe as well. Gosh. Always gotta craft everything. I promise it won't take that long. There we go. And we'll just need a little bit of water. Actually, I think we'll be okay without water. And let me just grab one of these. Alright, down we go, kids. Okay, so let's turn this into a seed. So test 1 of harvester. So I need it to rotate. I don't know if I can place it facing up and down though is the problem. I don't know if a wrench would make that work. I wonder if that precision sledgehammer would do anything. I need to turn this thing. I need to rotate. So, because it might not even work the way I need it to. So can I... So it doesn't look like you can rotate top and bottom. That's kind of dumb. That makes me kind of sad, to be honest with you. Because that doesn't mean it's going to work the way I want it to. And I don't think I can place it another way to make it do that either. Damn it. Alright, well, our first test was not so successful. Unfortunately. I'm not happy about it, because I really wanted that to work. That I don't know why it does that. It weirds me out, though. I'm going to leave the first two right next to these open. because I want to put our pathway blocks here. So I've been looking around chisel blocks, and I think I'm going to use dirt. Now, I can't decide what I want to use. So there is the happy dirt, there's large dirt bricks, there's horizontal, and I think I want to use crumbling. Now, crumbling looks pretty good. It looks more of like a batted down sort of pathway, and that's what I'm going for. So our pathway, our first pathway is going to go to here, and then it's going to go to the door there and past it, and I think it'll probably go down to the end of the barn. So we're going to have animals inside the barn on the bottom floor. And so what I was thinking what we could probably do is have like a natural looking thing. So we'd have like hay bales and stuff outside. And then right next to the hay bales, we'll have like this huge farmland. Just like wherever you look, you see farmland. I thought that would be kind of cool. I definitely want to give that a shot. Let's see what this crumbling dirt looks like with a bunch of it together. And hopefully it doesn't turn into grass. It definitely reminds me of like, you know, like a down south kind of feel. Because it's kind of got like, you know, that look like padded down where there's just like that pathway people walk, you know. I like this pathway. I think I'll keep it. And now the only thing is, what do we do with these little spots on the side over here? So that'll go through there, keeping our extra block, and then it'll go through the front as well. Yeah, I actually really like that path. Now we need to decide where the animals are going to sit. Are we going to have a door on this side? I think we should probably have a door on this side. We have 58 different seeds that we're going to have to plant. I counted. And so we're probably going to need all the farmland that we can get. Is that lined up? That's lined up. So I'll probably take advantage of both sides of the farm and then have all the animals on the inside. I'm not sure what I want to do with magic crops yet. So how do I want to handle this? I know for a fact, well, we have cows, pigs, sheep, and chicken. And, I mean, that's really it, though. I was just trying to think if there was anything else. There isn't bunnies in the game yet. There's the different kinds of cows. So what we might do, I think, is put a pin in sort of each corner of the barn. And I think we'll close this side off and put the door in here as well. Actually, you know what? I think on this side, I'm going to put sort of like a big sliding door in, I think. Or like a bigger door in. I think it'll look really good, actually. Let me get some wood and I'm going to attempt to build that. Alright guys, so I figured out why we didn't have drawbridges. Is actually Tinker's Mechworks. We have the wrong mod. So I installed that mod, Tinker's... Actually, we should just look up drawbridges. And unfortunately, they don't have an EMC value. But it looks like it's relatively easy to craft. It's just redstone, dispenser, and these plates. I've already got the plates. We've already got the Tinker's alloy. I'll need to craft a couple of these. But, grab you. Do I have... I guess I'll have to make a bow. String. Stick. Yeah, I want to try to make a retracting door. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, though. I'm a little iffy right now. Just because, we need redstone. Just because of how the door is sitting. I'm a little hesitant. Let me go sleep real fast as well. Just like I said, because there's, we might have to make like a door frame or something for that to sit there. What I was thinking about doing was just grabbing sort of like a daylight sensor and throwing it on the roof and running a redstone signal down the wall there because we've got all kinds of redstone cable. It won't matter. Alright, let's go ahead and craft one of these and see how this is going to work. Hopefully we can get it looking somewhat decent. Let me grab some cobblestone. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, let me learn the dispenser. Just so we don't have to make that again, and if we ever want to make these, it'll be way easier. So we need the plate, bronze, dispenser, redstone. What did I do wrong? Drawbridge. I have the Tinker's Alloy ingot. Why is it not letting me craft it? What the heck? Does it need brass? No, Tinkers. Oh, the top part is aluminum brass. I see. I'm sitting here like crafting wrong things. That's fine. We can fix that. Let me grab some aluminum. I have a little tinker setup down here. We can fix that. Alright guys, I am back. So remember how we didn't have the drawbridges in Minecraft or in the game? Well, it turns out that was actually another mod. It's called Tinker's Mechworks. And I installed that into the game. And we should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and learn this aluminum brass real fast. So we'll grab that. So we should be able to craft those drawbridges no problem. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a daylight sensor. Certus, glass, and slabs. Do I have Certus? I have Certus. Hopefully it'll let me use that. And so what I want to do is I want to try to set this up to open and close during the nighttime and daytime cycles. I need glass as well. We might have to make some special redstone cable, though, is the only problem I might think. Just because, well, it's not sticky. I might have those backwards. I don't know if I can use Certus quartz or not. That might be wrong. Yeah, let me check the sensor again. Daylight. Looks like it has to be nether quartz. I don't think I have nether quartz. No, I do. Awesome. 3. There we go. So, you. Let's go ahead. Learn that. Okay. I also need to charge my jetpack real fast. Because the jetpack is empty. Like, no charge in it whatsoever. Alright, 400k is good enough. Alright, so let's head out, and I need a little bit of wood. Oh, I hate when I click out of the window and resize Minecraft. It messes up the recording. So if there's black bars, I'm sorry. Alright, let's go down. So like I said, we'll probably try it on this one first. And so I think the game plan here would be to maybe make a rim around the door. Well, we're going to do this, that way we can hide the wiring, I think. Put you here. I don't know how that's going to work. We might have to get some slabs for that section. Get rid of you. Okay. So, if the drawbridge is going to sit right here, we could... Yeah, that needs to be... I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Anyways, so let's see here. Sit right there, and then we would probably put fences in there. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I guess we'll just need to power it for now. I definitely want to use drawbridges. We just gotta find a way to hide it, you know? These drawbridges are awesome. Now, to the side is okay. I think I would much rather have it come down from the top, though. Is that a, that's a slab. See, that's the only problem. You know what I think might be the problem here? I think it's this door, to be honest with you. Let me take all this out of here. We're going to move to the back real fast. Take you, and I'm going to go back here. Now, we had talked about maybe making a bigger sliding door. Something like the size of this. Let's see how that looks. The only problem is, like I said, I would like to be able to control this. I'm just unsure of how to. And to be honest with you, I think I want to do it from the top. Like maybe come down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess if anything, we could sort of do this as like a garage door and put like a little section of a redstone up here or something. That could probably work. We need to get rid of you. Jetpack, please. That's not bad. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to hide something up there, though. It would just be nice for it to, you know, to open and close at nighttime, I think. That'd be pretty cool. Same with the other side of the doors. I'm just not sure because of how the shape is, you know. It's gonna be hard to make it work. Alright, so I was thinking about our drawbridge door, and I think I want to treat it like an old school sort of outdoory kind of thing. Now, any barn I've ever been into has kind of exposed electrical wires, like they're insulated, but they're exposed. So what I want to do is I want to make a certain wire I have in the pack here, and it's from Project Red, and it's called insulated wire. And I chose this wire because it sticks to the wall. So I'll take that, and I need to smelt some of this down. If it has a EMC, I'll just, yeah, there we go. We don't need to do that. All right, and uses. How do I think I want to go with like a brown. I have brown wool, I know that. So let's put that in there. Wool, grab brown, and let's grab the alloy. There we go. So there we go. There we go. Brown insulated wire. You know what? Let me make just a little bit more. We gonna make our place. Now, do I have levers in here? I do not. Cobble. We're always learning something. Like, pretty soon our table is gonna be like so awesome, dude. We've already got so much stuff learned. Transmutation hype. Lever. Come on. So we should be able to just grab those. My jetpack is almost depleted. Alright, so I've rearranged the door here, and it's going to look like that normally. So I'm thinking we'll go lever here. You know, it looks like a light switch. I like it. Maybe we should have one on both sides just for looks. And then we'll go just like this. Now, to me, that looks pretty old-fashioned. I'm just saying. Let me grab you. I like it a lot. Just throw some dirt in there. I could totally live with that. I'll be honest with you. What, does this wire not transmit redstone? I wonder why it's not, does it need to be a direct power to it? That's random. Oops, hold on. So even though that's currently on, it's not powering it. That is a problem. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that. Issue. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I thought that this would work. Never mind, I guess. And I switched wire to just the regular alloy wire. Works fine. So I guess if we're gonna go for that kind of old school look, this would work just fine. It's just like a kind of like an electrical conduit going around this. And I was kind of thinking, if we were gonna put lights in here, we could put them in the ceiling and then run the conduit down the middle, because it would, like I said, in most barns, like it's like a it's got the conduit, but then it's got like a metal wrapping around it. So we could almost make something like that if we were going to do like an outdoor thing. But we can totally make this work with that wire right there. Guys, I want to work on this just a little bit more. I don't know, I'm addicted to making this look cool now. So I made some of these yellow lamps. So the reason I chose yellow was because, I wonder if that would actually work through that. No, alright. That really doesn't give off that bright of a light. Meh, I guess it's okay. I chose yellow because, I've been to... So naturally I die right when I get in there. Okay, that works. I've been to a couple barns before, and they... I can't reach it. Let me up. They don't have like white lights. They have like big yellow or like big colored lights. I've never seen like a white lamp in a barn before, so I'm trying to go for that all natural look. It's gonna make me work for it though. So I don't like how this goes all the way around it. We might have to work on that a little bit, or try to figure out a way to run it through it. But that'll work for now. I wish there was a way I could go around it without that. But that's the only way to keep the redstone going. Especially if we're going to hook it up to one lever. That looks good though. I actually really like that. I wish I could just get rid of that though. Damn it. We're so close to having this look so awesome. Hey guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I might have another video out later today. I don't know. It's seriously like 5:15 in the morning. I was up all night getting my tax stuff ready, because if you don't know, being a YouTuber means that I have to go to an accountant, so it requires like tons of paperwork, and it's so annoying. I have to print out like electric, heating and cooling, internet, just like, you know, all of that stuff, and so it takes a while, but we got a lot done this episode. We kind of blend out the exterior and interior of our barn. We're going to definitely start working on that more next time. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. This is iJevin. Peace out. 3, 2, 1. Alright, I switched wire to just a regular alloy wire. Works fine. So I guess if we're going to go for that kind of old school look, this would work just fine. It's just like a